Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we are going to play around with some of these time cards that I have in my stash that a sweet friend sent to me. And I watched a video by Rachel over the weekend, and that is Roxy Creations on Etsy. And it was from the first of last year, 2024. And she used some of these to make some really pretty tags and journal cards. So I thought that's what we would do, play around with it. Because, you know, normally I cover these all up, and she didn't, and it looked really, really good. And I'll link her video below. Now, I have some of her book pages, the vintage book pages that I purchased from her a couple of years ago. I have been hoarding them. I don't want to use them, but I guess it's time I break them out. I really don't want to use them though. I really, really don't. But I need to go ahead and use some up, I guess. So, let's start out with that one. Ooh, that looks interesting. I have no idea what it says. It's in another language. And I don't even know. It doesn't have a date on it. I just bought a miscellaneous pack from her. Well, I actually bought 3 miscellaneous packs, but don't tell anybody. No, when I order from her, I don't order but about once a year because the shipping from Italy to Alabama is outrageous. So I can only order about once a year. And when I order, I try to just pile a box full because, you know, why not? It's going to cost you basically the same amount. So I get as many things as I can get at one time. Now, let's see. She put her vintage book page kind of on like that. And she had some that was torn up that she was using. You use whatever you have. If all you have is printables, use those. They'll be fine. You know, something like that. I'll probably use one of those too. I've just got a few things pulled out here that I'm probably going to be using. But I think I'll use that first. And this is some rag paper. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's rag paper. And it feels so good. Okay, let's get started maybe. Now, I actually broke my ruler yesterday. Yep, I broke my e-ruler. I dropped it, and then I stepped on it. How about that? And it broke. Don't drop it, and don't step on it. Well, really, I stepped on it, and then I rolled my chair across it. So it was pretty good. Even dropping it on this floor, this hard floor, it didn't break until I rolled my chair across it, and then it like cracked. So, but guess what? I saved it, and I'm going to be using the pieces of it. Until Benji can get more made. We have, he has been out of the country and just doing things for work and around the house, and he did some work for me, and so he hasn't had time to make a lot of things, and we're out of quite a few of the B&E things. So I called him and I said, I broke my ruler and I gotta have my ruler. He said, okay, I'll get them made. He said, I'm behind. I said, yes, you are. So we will have more and more of the book weights as well. The butterfly book weights. I've been out of those, and he usually makes those at the same time because they're both made from acrylic, a thick acrylic. So isn't that pretty? Now, the backs of hers didn't have these black stripes on them, and I wish mine didn't, but they do. So I may end up covering some of this just to get rid of some of those black stripes, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then she put another piece like this way of something. I printed out quite a few things, but I don't know if I'm going to use. Don't know what I'm going to use, truthfully. That's pretty with it. And I think this is one of her creations too, right here. I think this is from her kit. Ooh, I don't know what kit. Maybe botanical? I don't know. Anyway, I purchased it way before we started making digitals. And I love her botanicals, so I got this one. And I'm just going to tear with my tear ruler. If you're wondering what the difference in this ruler and any other rulers is, this is a tear ruler. It has a jagged edge on this side that makes the little tears, like, you know, little curvy tears. And then it has a really big jagged edge on this side that makes a, I don't know if this will tear or not because this is just an old magazine, but we'll see. Yeah, it makes a really big tear like that. So we have those in stock. There's also 2 other rulers with it and a water pen, I do believe. I love my tear ruler. So what are you guys up to? What are you doing? Are you crafting? Now, I didn't put any ink around that because I love that natural aged look, but this is not naturally aged, so we're going to age it. And thank you all. Yes, I am feeling some better. I have actually just bit the dust and told myself that I'm going to get well one way or the other. And I have been, which I'm still in contact with my doctor, but I stopped all of the antibiotics and stuff because they were actually killing me. And I just told him, I said, the antibiotics are not doing any good. I'm not going to take them anymore. My stomach is killing me. I can't eat. So I just stopped them. But I'm actually feeling some better. I'm going to wrap that around too. Okay, Aaron's calling me. Let me see what he's got going. Okie doke. He was worried because he and Bethany left out today, and they actually took some boxes. I have what I call a burn pile. We live in the country, so I can have a burn pile. And when it's wet, we try to burn some things. But when it's real wet, you can't get down there. And if you try to get down there, you get stuck. So he and Bethany took some things to the burn pile, and they got stuck. First time Bethany's ever been stuck in her car, and it scared Aaron to death. So they had to get Brandon to come down there and pull them out. And Brandon was not a happy camper because he had just washed his truck, and now his truck has got mud all over it again. So he said, why on earth did y'all come down here to the burn pile? Of course, they're young. They're kids. They don't understand. You know, stuff like that doesn't register to them. So I said, don't be too hard on them. They were trying to clean up, and you know, we did have a lot of boxes that came in over the weekend, and they was just trying to clean up. But anyway, I don't want to cover that up. So I'm not sure. And these are some flowers that a sweet friend of mine cut out for me. Thank you, Brenda. And she put them in this. Can you believe that? Now, we might go with that one. I won't cover all that up with that. So let's stick this one back down in there. Yeah, she organized for them and made a folder. Isn't that wonderful? I got such sweet buddies. Now, this has got some white around it, which is fine with me because all I'm going to do is take my little dauber and I'm going to go around and just put a little bit of ink on there, just enough to cover that white or knock it back. And then that is it. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about before he called. Oh, about me and the doctor thing. I still have an appointment to go to what is it called? A nerve doctor, a neurologist. But I am right now, I mean, I still have some pain, especially like now when I'm talking quite a bit. But it's not as intense as it was before. Okay, let's see. I don't want to cover all the book page, and I don't want to cover all of this. So I may let my flower kind of hang off a little bit and then trim it. That might be right. I put down things that I don't want to cover, so. Okay. And I am using some old paper that I printed on to glue on. I was throwing this in the garbage when I would print it, and then I didn't really need it, or it didn't print right, and I thought, well, I'll do that. Use it to glue on. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's go about like that, maybe. Where's my dry towel? Gotta have my dry towel. Now, I would absolutely love getting that in a journal. I'm not going to wrap these around because a lot of times when you wrap just the little petals of flower around, they come up real easy, so I'm just going to trim it. Alright, and then if I think, you know, there's more white showing than I want, I can always go in with my little brush and just brush across that flower again. Now, there's little pieces of the time card, or I guess this is a time card, sticking out in places, and that's okay by me. I don't mind that. I've got some glue somewhere that I'm feeling when I touch it. Oh, and I started Saturday. I didn't get it finished, but I should finish it either tonight or tomorrow. I started putting my lap book together, the one that we have, that I have on sale. I started putting that together, and truthfully, I'm going to tell you the truth, I like it. I didn't think that I would like that collection, but once I got started, I do. So I will, and mine's going to be quite a bit different than hers, I would say, but not that much. Mine's going to be more like an interactive lap book that you can use for your journaling. Okay, so do that. And then she put a label, so let's see if I've got some big labels. May have to go into the labels that these sweet ladies have cut for me. More things that my sweet friends have cut for me. Look at this, I'm telling you. I don't think I could have enough books to put all of this in. Oh, now I kind of like that with that little bit of blue there. This has got some blue in it. And I'm going to wrap it around because it is a little bit long. Now, I wouldn't have had to trim it. I don't know. I trimmed it anyway, didn't I? I could have just inked it and it would have been fine. So I don't want to cover this top up. So I think I'll go right above it and just put that maybe right there. I was trying to see what that said, but I think it's just some squibble. Yeah, I think I'll wrap it around about like that. There we go. And then we're just going to wrap that to the back. So see, we're not going to have as much to cover on the back as we thought in the beginning because we're wrapping a lot of this around. I love that. Thank you, Rachel. That's a great idea. I know you did it a year ago and I'm just now catching up, but sometimes it takes me that long to catch up. Now, another thing that she did, she took a punch. Now, this punch may not work because this is an oldie punch. This is an old Stamp It Up punch that I'm sure they don't make anymore. But I don't know why I'm trying to punch it that way. A whole lot harder. Well, it is punching it. It's kinda. Uh-oh. Oh, we got in tons more glue. So for all of you who have been waiting on our glue to get back in stock, it's back in stock. Thank goodness, because this was my last glue stick. Now that little one right there messed up a little bit, or I messed it up a little bit, but we're going to trim it. And then I don't like these little pointy corners, so we're just going to trim those off. And then we'll ink it. And mine's not perfect, but it'll be okay. One side's a little bit whomper-jawed. Anybody know what whomper-jawed means? I think it's pretty. We could also put another label right down here, a smaller one. And I think we might do that because this is blank. So let's try. Oh yeah, let's do that. But I'm so thankful to be in less pain, and I won't say pain-free because I'm not completely. Sometimes I am. I won't say not completely. Sometimes I don't have any pain at all. And then at other times it hits pretty strong, but it's not near as bad as it was. So I'm so thankful, and I'm so thankful to be back crafting. You know what? I'm gonna cut this one at a little bit of a whomper job too, just to match that other one, because if I don't, it really does look weird. I know that might look even weirder, but I just feel like I have to fix it. Now on the back, I'm not going to put much. I'm probably just going to put a little strip of something right down through there. Look, page right here. The heart that, you know, usually in the front and the back you have a few pieces that are not, don't have any writing on them. It's not going to be quite long enough, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it to about right here, where that stamp, where that little piece comes to. Oh no, I can't believe I just did that. I just dumped all those beautiful labels out, and she had them organized so good. That's me, clumsy me. Oh, and I want to tell you guys this, and things come to my mind, and I have to tell you when they come to my mind. I apologize for saying on the video that I put up, I don't even remember when it was, but when I was introducing these new kits, the new 49 in Market kits, I had said that the file folders came with the kit. I was wrong. The file folders are completely separate, and they were very, very expensive. If I had ordered file folders to go with the kit would have been about $200. So I didn't know that at the time. That I thought I had looked it up good and that they did, but their pricing thing on this kit was pretty confusing. I told them it was confusing to me, but anyway, and it could have been, it may not have been confusing to anybody else. It could have just been because, you know, I was a little wacky on medicine at the time or whatever. But anyway, I apologize. I really, really apologize because I messed up. Just plain and simple, messed up. But I have worked out a deal because there was a few people that messaged me about it, and they said, I want the file folder. The embossing folders. Did I say file folders? I meant embossing folders. I'm sorry. They said, I want the embossing folders. And I said, well, I tell you what I can do. They retail for $134 for all 12. But if anybody wants them, I put them up in the store at 35% off, which is my cost, and they're like they're $87 for all 12 of them. So if you want them, you can purchase them that way. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last because it's a limited edition. I should have put that piece on the back first, shouldn't I? So, you know, if you want them, go over and get them now. Got them in there as a pre-order, and I've already let my rep know that I need to order some, so she's gathering some up for me. But if you want them, that's the way I'll have to do it. Don't depend on me to read things when I'm on medicine, believe me. Well, that's why I don't like medicine. Now, I know that may look a little weird to you, but we're just piecing it. We're just putting some things on here. And I think instead of putting a little piece there, I'm going to stick a big label across it. No, I'm not, because I got a label right there. What am I going to do? I don't know. This back is just for your writing and that kind of thing anyway, so it's not like it's got to be perfect. Like, well, I mean, none of my work is perfect, but it's not like it's got to be exactly like the front. That's cute. I like that. And then we'll put a little piece down through here. So anyway, if you want the embossing folders, you can get all 12, and it's 12. It's all the months from January to December, and you can get them all at $87. So I don't mind that at all. It almost looks like collaging, and I'm not even going to worry about that little bit there or that little bit there. They can write on that if they want, but that's perfectly well enough to write on. So there is one. That took me a little while, didn't it? I had to get swinging in things. Okay, let's do another. And we'll do one of the smaller ones in a little while. I'm going to try to do a few big ones first while I've got my paper going here. Wish I could read whatever language this is. The embossing folders I ordered today, so they should be here probably by Thursday. So you won't have to wait long, and we can ship them with your kit, and therefore you won't have to pay. It shouldn't be very much extra shipping, if any, just maybe $1 or $2. Because I don't know how much they weigh, but they're going to weigh a little bit more than just your kit, but it shouldn't be much. Now, before I put that piece on the other side, I'm going to cover this. I'm going to grab a piece of this and cover it. Now, this is our mats that we sold, you know, back when everything was on sale, 50% off. And you don't have to worry about getting glue on these mats. You can just wash it right off if you do. So you can glue right on them. I don't always do that because it's right in my work surface, but you can if you want to. If you want to get one just to set, you know, on the side and glue on it, then you can do it. And then just take it to your sink or get baby wipes or whatever and just wash it right off. And that glue comes right off of there. Ink does too. See, now I like that. Some straw paper, and that's also from Rachel. I do have some straw paper that came from Inky Finger Society on Etsy. They sent me some when they sent me a package. I don't know if they've got any more, but you can always check them out. And they're not out of country, I don't think. I think they're in the US. Pretty sure. All right. I love that. Okay. Now let's see what we got going here. Now let's put a piece going this way. And I printed quite a few different ones, so we'll see. I don't mind that one with the butterfly. Let's see if there's another one that I prefer. And you know, we could do some of these for Easter coming up here. Well, I think all the other ones have flowers on them, which is fine. You could use ones that have flowers, but I kind of wanted to add my own flowers. Now, on the small ones, you gotta hang around for the small ones because she did something completely different with the small ones. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm not sure I'm even doing these exactly like she did, but it's okay. She gave me the idea anyway. Oh, that's pretty on there. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Let's see if we have a flower that will work. Okay, I think I'll go with this one. And these are some flowers that my sweet friend sent me. And I'm pretty sure these may have come off of Amazon or, I don't know, Temu, AliExpress. I don't know where they come from, but I can try to look them up if you want me to. But they're taller flowers, and she sent me a whole set of them. So let's see. Let's go ahead and cut this off before I forget. And don't cut it off. I'm going to cut it right at the top of that book page. And then I'll cut this there. That works. And then the back shows completely covered now. That'll work right there. Now these, I'm pretty sure are not stickers. When I first got them, I thought they were stickers, so I sit here for probably 15 minutes trying to pull the backing off. And no, I don't think they're stickers. If they are, I can't get the backing off of them. And that's fine. All you have to do is put a few little drops of glue right, you know, where the leaves and flowers are. And then they stick fine. No problem. And somebody will probably have these and say, yes, they are stickers. You just don't know how to get the back off. And that's very possible. And then I just use my towel and blot it to make sure I don't have any glue outside. And that's it. Isn't that cute? Alright, I can go ahead and punch this one because I was trying to see if I had another punch up there that I do have a bigger one, but it's not going to work. Oh, that hurt my hand. That one's tough to punch. Whew. Now, one more thing right here. Gracious. That's a lot of layers that I just went through. It did punch, but it didn't like it. And then I think I've just cut my corners at a little bit of a round with my scissors because my punches might argue with me if they try to cut that. Now let's put a label on here. Anybody already got allergies going? Oh my word. They're already starting around here. Alicia came over today and she's chugged up, and Brandon left a little bit early because he said, I feel horrible. And I said, get out of here. I said, I do not need anything, so go. And so he left early, and then I have been, my ears have been itching, you know, like when you're getting your allergies started up. So I mean, our weather is very, very nice. So something must be blooming somewhere. I was not looking forward to allergy season this year. I used to, many years ago, I never had any problem with allergies. Never, ever. Everybody else would be all chugged up, and I'd be like, oh, I'm good. But in the last few years, they have hit me. And I understand now what everybody was talking about. They're not fun at all. I'm going to put that, I'm going to slide that up and put that right under there. And then we'll glue that back down. So I pity anybody that's chugged up with allergies because it's not fun. We might put another little stamp down there. Let's put that one there. Oh, glued that one right in the same place I glued that other one. That wasn't good. I love that. And a good writing space on the back, so cool. I like those. Alright, let's do a little one. Or a smaller one. It's not little, just smaller. And let's see. Let me move some stuff. I've got stuff everywhere. Oh, we can use one of these smaller ones. Pages. Oh, every time I look at them, I'm like, don't use that. I don't want to use it. Because we can't get anything like this over here. You know, that's why I order from her, because there's no way I could get this kind of paper here. There's no place around here that you can get books that are 17 and 1800. If there is, I have never seen it. And especially rag paper. No way. You go in a place and ask for, you know, go in a thrift store or whatever and ask for books that are rag paper, and they look at you like you're stupid. Most of them have no clue. And I know she gets them a lot, but then I worry, oh, what if she can't get them anymore, and then I won't be able to get any from her. But if I don't use them on here, what am I going to do with them? Just let them sit and look at them? I guess. Let them sit around and look at them. So I'll put them on these and let you guys get some use out of them. I'll keep some, don't worry. I'll give them all away. That's pretty. I did it the same way I think I did the other one. That's okay. You know, we could just put that on there and I wouldn't even have to put a flower. I could put a butterfly. Why don't we try that? I don't use butterflies very often. I need to use them more. Okay. We could still put another flower on there if we wanted to, a yellow one. Just have a couple of flowers. But I think I'm going to put a bird. And the good thing about wrapping it around, you're not losing any of that part because you're wrapping it around to the back. Now, I don't think I'm going to cover all of this. I'm just going to leave that because you can still write across that. I know I did it upside down because it's all this is, but you could still write on that. And if you don't want to write on it, you can just cover it. I didn't ink around that like I should have, but I was too anxious to get it down. So let's see. Let me think. Do I want to? I think I do want to put a butterfly. That one's pretty, but I don't think he goes exactly. How about that one? No, he kind of gets lost in the mix, doesn't he? Okay. What about the red one? There's a little bit of red in that flower, so I think he might work. We could do a bird and a butterfly if we wanted. We can do whatever we want. See a pretty yellow one right there? We might do that. Yeah, I need to spend like 2 days just putting all of these things that these sweet friends have cut out for me and just getting them in binders and things. But I probably will never do that. If I ever have any time, I'm usually working on the computer doing my office work, which is a never ending. Like the IRS gets to the point where they want everything, including what color underwear you wear. So I have to keep track of everything. Oh, it may stick a little. Let me, hold on, little birdie. Hold on. I'm going to get a label and see if I can put a little label down first. So you'll have something to stand on. You don't want to just be standing in the middle of the air. I think I'll put it over that way. Yeah, we'll put it that way. Oh lordy, there goes an airplane real low. Since we've had so many mishaps this year, every time, you know, I have an airport just not too far behind my house. And every time I hear a low flying plane go over, I'm like, oh Lord, please just let it make it to its destination. It's so horrible. And Benji, my son-in-law, he flies every week out of the country and all over the place, and that makes me worry. I like that too. Very pretty, I think. Now on these, what she did was, And let me see, I think I want another little label down here, just a small one that maybe has a number on it or something. I'm just going to grab one of Tina's numbers. These are Shabby Dabby Doodah on Etsy. It's her number digital. And I love my numbers. Okay. So now what she did on these, let's see, she went ahead and cut her corners. So I'm going to go ahead and use, I guess this little punch to cut the corners. And I have some of these punches ordered. I had quite a few that said that they would like to have one. So I have some ordered for the store. And then go ahead and put a little bit of ink around it. Then she took her punch. Oh wait, she did one other thing first. She took an old document. Now I don't have any old documents right here on my desk. I have old documents, but I don't have any right here on my desk. So we're just going to improvise. This is a copy of an old document, so we're going to use this. Part of it anyway. Okay, so we got that cut out. And I'm thinking I'm going to half it and put half of it on this one and half of it on another. Maybe. Let's do that. Because, I mean, you can't really read what they've written here anyway. So, it's just a document. Or part of a document. So, she put this behind. And she didn't trim it if it was a little bit bigger. She just left it. And then she punched a little hole. And then she put a string through here. Now, I don't have my string right here in front of me, so I'm going to clip it. And then I'm just going to turn that up. And you could use some that are printed on the back or whatever. I'm going to go around it with a little bit of ink. And then when you get this, you just have an extra piece of ephemera to play with. And where we punched it is right at the top, so it doesn't hurt that, you know, if you want to take that out and use it in your journal. So we're just put a little piece of string in there. So let's do another one of those, and we can use this side. Okay, which way did I go with that one? All right, I think we'll go this way with this one. Oh, that's 2 pages. Whoa, waste my paper. I can only imagine what the covers look like on these old pieces. I mean, you can tell that, you know, there was some water damage and different things, but can you imagine what the covers look like? Yeah, I'm going to bring it on over because I want most of the paper to show, and the rest will go on the back. I'm gluey. Alright, and then let's pick out one of these. This again, I'm pretty sure is from Rachel's. It's maybe a spring Easter kit. I don't remember. It's been probably 2 or 3 years since I ordered it. And that is Roxy Creations on Etsy. She's same thing on Etsy as she is on her YouTube channel. What would look pretty on that is that blue metallic ink that we got with our kit. Oof, that ink is pretty. But I've got it way over there across the room, so I don't want to go over there and get it. Okay, Got that on there. Now let's see. We should have a flower. Whoops, wrong book. We should have a flower for this one because it's not quite as big as that other one. Let's use that one, I think. And yeah, I'm not covering up too many things, so we'll use that, and I'm gonna slide it a little bit down. I'm gonna put a label right across there. I want a skinny long one. All right, I'm gonna go to my book for a skinny long one. I think I might use this one. This comes from the Tim Holtz. It's the Tim Holtz labels and numbers, I think, something like that. We have them in the store. That across there, and then I'll probably add some more things. Okay, we've still got quite a bit of our book page showing, so that's good. Now I switch back and forth for my glues. I know a lot of you ask, why are you using that glue? Why are you not using that glue? I just switch back and forth when it's something like this. Let's see, do we want another label up here? That could possibly work. Let's do that when it's got a blue butterfly on it. I need to use tons of labels because I've got tons and tons and tons. Yeah, like that. Now, let's go ahead and ink it. Well, I could have rounded my corners first and I didn't, did I? But I've already got the ink in my hand. Let's do our corners. And which one do we want to use? Let's just use this little one. It just makes it look like a little stamp corner. I don't mind that. Oops. Okay. And then we're going to put this behind it, and I'm going to go ahead and ink it before I do that. On that kit, the 49 in Market, what is it called? Starlit Dreams kit. That paper is white core big time. So I had to ink a lot, which, you know, you don't have to ink if you don't want to. You could use something else, but I'm an inker anyway, so it didn't bother me. All right, there we go. I think that's all I'm going to get done today. This is quite a long video for me. So just some quick and easy tags, and I'll have these tied up before I take the photos for the end of the video. So just use some of those old time cards or whatever you've got. Use these. If you've got the backings for your ephemera and things, use those to do the same thing. You can use anything. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.